Shiny Pokémon. Those rare Pokémon with a different color palette than the original. In recent games, shiny Pokémon have gotten easier to find, which I like. I don't have infinite time to hunt these, but this coupled with Pokémon spawning in the overworld prompts the question, what if every Pokémon was shiny? In Scarlet and Violet, it's pretty easy. You just despawn the non-shinies until every Pokémon you can see is shiny. In Legends Arceus, however, the Pokémon and their attributes are guaranteed as soon as you talk to the guard in Jubilife. A Pokémon will always be shiny if you save and talk to the guard over and over. It also means that, theoretically, every Pokémon on the map can be shiny if you're lucky enough. And with all of that out of the way, what are the odds that every Pokémon is shiny?
But before we begin, every video I have the amount of subscribers I have at the time of recording dumped on me in ping pong balls. And I'm at 222 subscribers, so 222 ping pong balls. But also, if you're one of my milestone subscribers, like 100 cool YTT, or 200 something or other, you get a ping pong ball with your name on it. Anyway, that was all, and on with the video.
The base odds that any Pokémon is shiny is 1 in 496, but the odds that 2 Pokémon are shiny is 1 in 496 to the power of 2, since they're unrelated probability. That means that we just have to take the odds and put them to the power of how many Pokémon there are. Sadly, there are 3 problems with that. 1. There isn't any information online about how many Pokémon spawn in each area. 2. Calculators can only go so low. 3. The video is supposed to come out in 18 hours from now as of recording this voiceover. The first problem is pretty easy to solve. I just go through each area and manually count how many Pokémon spawn. In the Obsidian Fieldlands, 326 Pokémon spawn. In the Crimson Mirelands, 298 Pokémon spawn. In the Cobalt Coastlands, 257 Pokémon spawn. In the Coronet Islands, 245 Pokémon spawn. And in the Alabaster Islands, 217 Pokémon spawn. It may have been just me getting lazy with accounting why they all went down. I don't know though. Fittingly, I found 3 shinies while doing this. Surprisingly, my first Bidoof. A Drifblim. And a Machop. I only realized the second problem after counting Pokemon. When I put in 1 divided by 496 to the power of 326 into my calculator, it just spat out 0. Online calculators got a bit higher, but I was still only a third of the way there. I had to do this by hand, in a process so annoying that to explain it, I would kill audience retention more than I already have. 2 hours of tedious work later. And now is actually time for the numbers, and I suggest getting a snack. There is a lot of them. Don't try to comprehend them all. Please don't, for your sanity. Don't do it. We'll start off with the lowest number, with the odds with a perfected Pokédex with a shiny charm, which has a roughly 1 in 585 chance of a shiny Pokémon appearing. For the Obsidian Fieldlands, that means it has an 8.304 times 10 to the power of negative 846 chance for every Pokemon to be shiny. That is this number on screen. Not off to a great start. Obviously, I'm not going to show the number for every single one, because I don't want my wrists to die. But I will show the first and last one. And now for the Crimson Mirelands, which has an odd of 1.527 times 10 to the power of negative 776 chance for every Pokemon to be shiny. Then, for the Cobalt Coastlands, there is a 2.430 times 10 to the power of negative 675 chance that everything is shiny. I'm going to stop saying that now. And for the Coronet Highlands, it's 4.257 times 10 to the power of negative 643. And now for the Alabaster Islands, which this will be the smallest number in the entire video. And it's 5.314 times 10 to the power of negative 576 chance for every single Pokemon to be shiny. Let's go gambling!
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it! Aw, dang it! Aw, dang it!
And now for level 10 and the Shiny Charm, which has odds of 1 in 819 for shiny. In the Obsidian Fieldlands, you have a 3.457 times 10 to the power of negative 969 chance for every single Pokemon to be shiny. In the Crimson Mirelands, the chance is 5.817 times 10 to the power of negative 885. In the Cobalt Coastlands, the odds is 2.435 times 10 to the power of negative 762. In the Coronet Highlands, the odds is 7.471 times 10 to the power of negative 726. And in the Alabaster Islands, the odds are 3.512 times 10 to the power of negative 642 for every single Pokemon to be shiny. And now for just level 10 research, which has a 1 in 2048 chance for something to be shiny. In the Obsidian Fieldlands, there is a 1 in 1.467 times 10 to the power of negative 1,151. And then in the Crimson Mirelands, there is a 4.465 times 10 to the power of negative 1,029 chance for everything to be shiny. And then in the Cobalt Coastlands, there's a 3.167 times 10 to the power of negative 845 chance that everything is shiny. In the Coronet Highlands, the chance is 8.241 times 10 to the power of negative 792. And then in the Alabaster Islands, the chance is 2.071 times 10 to the power of negative 665. And now for full odds, which like I said is 1 in 4096. And for this section, I will actually be going in reverse order, just for how crazy the final number is. In the Alabaster Islands, there is a 4.143 times 10 to the power of negative 665 chance that everything is shiny. In the Coronet Highlands, the odds are 1.648 times 10 to the power of negative 791. And in the Cobalt Coastlands, the odds are 6.334 times 10 to the power of negative 848. In the Crimson Mirelands, the odds are 8.931 times 10 to the power of negative 1,029. And finally, for every single Pokemon to be shiny in the Obsidian Fieldlands at the full odds rate is 2.734 times 10 to the power of negative 1,151. Which is this number. Anyways, thank you for watching to the end, and consider subscribing.